Really necessary, that whole show?
Ah, show? Come now. A man must display some madness from time to time. Helps him feel alive. Dare say you know what I mean. Judging by the mark on your face.
Recognize it?
Know what this is?
I cannot be certain, but I've my suspicions. That's a dangerous man you've chosen to deal with, Witcher.
Is a man? I don't believe you.
You're immortal?
Depends on your understanding of the term. Indeed, I cannot be killed. But it's not at all what folk imagine. Not dying does not mean eternally living your life to the full.
So it's a curse?
A curse? No, wouldn't call it that. I'll put it this way. You must be careful what you wish for, lest your wish be granted. For there are consequences.
Not sure I follow.
You know very little can hurt you. So you take wild risks. Chase extreme sensations. There comes a point you've done it all, and all seems boring and monotonous. The trick's to plough through that moment. Go further. Reach beyond what's known as possible.
Anyway, I'm here for my reward. That's the most accurate description of the situation.
Killed the beast in the sewers.
Congratulations are in order then. Your reward. You're also welcome to take what you wish from the manor house. If anything left uncharred, that is. Was it a tough fight?
I sliced its gut open, and it turned into a man. You know that would happen?
Of course he did. He'd never have dragged you into this elsewise.
Go on, Sir Odin. Come to cast aspersions.
No. I've come to collect a debt.
You know you first must
Grant you 3 requests by proxy. I present to you my champion, Geralt of Rivia.
Yes. You see, we haven't agreed to this yet, or do I care about the toad being a prince? Does it really matter? But it's true, I haven't agreed to this yet.
Not so fast. Haven't agreed to anything yet.
But you'll do it. Of that I'm certain. Did you know Olgierd was the one to turn the Ophiri prince into a toad? Did he not mention that bit? Well then, allow me to tell it. Quite the gripping story. Olgierd once loved a beautiful maiden named Iris. Yet, her parents chose to offer her hand to the crown prince of Ophir. Olgierd grew to hate the poor sot. At first, he wished to kill him, then decided this would be too simple. So, instead, he condemned the prince to a base life in a toad's bloated corpus. Yet he grew bored of watching him suffer and decided to end it. By your hand.
remind me, Odin. Who is to fulfill my last 3 requests?
My assistant, Geralt.
Then be gone. I don't wish to look at your face any longer than I must.
You could just turn around, you know. I don't think he's that assholeish that he would just keep popping in.
Come.
Where to?
The stables. My men are preparing to depart.
Yeah, it seems like a private spat to me. Rather not get involved. So why how did you turn the prince into a toad?
What he said about the prince. That true? You turn him into a toad?
Perhaps. Or perhaps the Ophiri Dauphin ate something that disagreed with him. You never know with their cuisine.
Never heard of food that turns men into monsters.
Then perhaps it was something he drank. I cast the curse. Revenge for a deep disappointment. I was another man then. Let rage get the better of me and hollered the words without ever thinking they could possibly come true.
Interesting.
could have told me the truth about the toad, having a bit of fun at my expense.
I simply wanted the beast dead. I could not know you would respond to the notice. Pure coincidence. Yeah, I must admit, when you, a witcher, answered the call, I thought it right. It's what you lot are trained to do.
Might have been able to lift the curse.
Perhaps. Perhaps not. Then again, why bother?
He was a human being.
That bloody Aetheri mutt was no human. His kind does not deserve to live.
I will be the judge of that. Still. Private spat. Well, let's ask him about the private spat. Why not?
This thing between you and Master Mirror, your quarrel, really rather not get involved.
You already are, I fear. He did something for you. Now you've a debt to repay. Am I right?
Yes.
Well, then you'll not free yourself of him till you've paid it back. But never worry. I shall devise tasks so impossible you will never complete them. Not if you go mad trying. But try your best, and your debt shall be absolved, while I shall live in peace until Master Mirror finds another aide-de-camp.
Oh boy. I have a bad feeling about this.
Guess I gotta pop the question directly. What do I need to do for you?
Let me think. We're currently without a roof over our heads. Perhaps we should start with that. Bring me the house of Maximilian Bossodi.
His house?
So surprised. But why? I must live somewhere, mustn't I? What's the meaning of this? Second leave of your senses? You mean to mount a filthy horse? Out of my sight, wretch! Know what Vladimir would do to you if he saw?
Aye. Vladimir.
My brother. There were times he himself stank like foot wrappings 3 days old, but his mount always looked fit for a parade. Oh, none rival Vladimir at feasting, carousing. Sadly, he's been celebrating less of late. You must find him and show him the time of his life. My second.
Obviously he's dead.
Fine, seems easy enough.
Bleh.
And the third?
Complete those two, then we shall speak of the third.
Any helpful hints?
Any hints? Where I should go? How I might start?
You must be mad. I've no intention to make things easier for you.
Ah, fine.
Once I'm done with those two, where will I find you?
I cannot know, as my band has planned some diversions. But let us say at the Alchemy Inn, in Oxenfurt.
Fine. See you there.
You picked the wrong man for these easy requests.
The brother shouldn't be too hard. But the house? How am I supposed to bring him a house?
Get a mage to shrink it.
The opposite. I wouldn't worry about the house. The brother will be the tough bit.
That's what I thought.
You waited for me. Nice of you.
I could hardly abandon my proxy to the whims of fate.
Thought I have to fulfill Olgierd's wishes myself.
So states the contract. Yet, nowhere does it forbid me from providing help. And something tells me you'll need quite a bit to complete the first two tasks.
Oh please, I got this in the bag. But sure, where's the brother?
Olgierd's brother. Why do you think he'll be tough?
I'm afraid he's dead. Has been for years.
Never agreed to necromancy.
Necromancy is hardly your only option for reviving a soul. An old-fashioned ritual, a blood summoning. That's what you need.
Ah, of course.
That's like choosing between pestilence and the plague. Besides, I'd need the blood of the summoned.
Blood. True. Of the summoned, not necessarily. Here.
Where do you get this?
Geralt, aren't you the curious one? Assume it to be Von Everett blood and get on with it.
Where'll I find this Vladimir?
Geralt, I cannot do everything for you. Use your head. The Von Evericks are well known in these parts. You must have met someone who's heard of the family. The charming redhead, for instance. The medic. You know the one.
Mm-hmm.
Borsodi's house. No idea how I'm supposed to bring him that.
The only Borsodi I know of around here runs an auction house in Oxenfurt.
Heard of it. My swords almost got auctioned off there once. Auction was held in Novigrad, though it was a while past.
They must have relocated. You just might get an opportunity to ask them why.
Fine, I'll go there. Then what?
How should I know? Perhaps you'll get inspired once you're there. Oh, and take plenty of coin. I have a feeling it could come in handy.
Yeah, what with the house buying and all.
Guess it's high time I got to work.
A bit more enthusiasm, Witcher. You know, you just might enjoy yourself.
Yay, can't wait. Say I need help. Where'll I find you?
I shall find you. Good luck, Geralt.
That third wish better be kill this person. 'Cause I'ma do it. I'ma fucking do it. Oh dear. Golly Jesus. Right, where are we right now? We're right outside the Garen estate, as you can see. Well, let's fucking go do it then. Vladimir von Elric. Maybe he's kind of dead, maybe. Maybe he's undead, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it is Brunwick, right next to the Runerites. So that's what we were reading about in that message from the Fieri, I believe. Alright, well, like I said, just a little bit of time and we're meeting Shani.
Hey, Whitey, why'd your hair go white? Sure.
Yeah, and why did you split into two people? Asking the wrong questions here. Or the wrong man. I'm just here for the job. Jobs. Something. How the bloody hell do I get inside here? Ah. Well, that's easy. Shawnee's clinic. I'd recognize those two snake signs for medicine anywhere. Oh, I wonder if she collected the toxin. Well, I'm not gonna steal from the sick.
I've tested the slime samples. I believe I'll be able to brew an antidote.
Hooray!
Good. A pox in an army can prove more ravaging than even their fiercest foe. Your service will be recognized.
He looks just like the Nilfgaardian.
Will I get a toad-shaped medal?
The army's don't got any medal like that.
God damn it.
Geralt? Are you alright? What's that on your face?
I don't know.
Long story.
We're conducting important business. Yous can catch up later.
Yes. Right. I'll get to work on the antidote. Shouldn't take long.
Fortunately, that's not important. Well, it's a bit important.
Tasty number, that medic. Not like a scholar at all.
Yeah, what do scholars look like?
Interesting. Curious to know, what do scholars look like to your mind?
Well, all that reading's hard on the eyes, right? So they wear spectacles.
No, aye. Thick ones, propped on wrinkled noses, and their clothing frumpy at best.
Who've they got to dress up for? The books?
Fascinating, really. But if I were you, I'd make sure no medic ever overhears you.
Huh? Why's that?
Because when you get cut in a battle, she might just refuse to stitch you back up.
You're a lucky bastard, Witcher. We've seen her making eyes at you. Not like she looks at us. Isn't that right? Admit it. You fancy it too, eh?
I fancy literally everything, probably.
It'd take a blind man to shrug and turn away.
Too true. Meantime, you witches have got especially sharp senses.
Here's the medicine. It's a strong solution, so careful with the dosage. Each patient gets exactly 2 drops after meals, 3 times a day. At the most, in 3-4 days, the infection should recede.
You have no idea how you could know that.
I thank you. In Redania's glorious name.
Well, that was quick, though.
serving the Redanian cause now?
I serve individuals. I treat them. That they're Redanians is coincidental. I'd help Nilfgaardians as well were I in a position to. Kedwenis, Edirnian, elves, dwarves, halflings, the same. Come on, Geralt. You know me.
I do. So, tell me your life story now.
Aside from the incident in the sewers, we last saw each other. Must have been in Vizima.
Yes. Yes. When it was ravaged by the Catriona.
Feels like a century ago. Where have you been? What have you been doing since?
Well, I left Vizima and returned to Oxenfurt, proceeded to finish my doctorate, and then opened a practice. Shortly thereafter, war broke out, and I was press-ganged into the Redanian Medical Corps.
Yeah, classic Radovid.
Can't complain, really. I've lived at home since the fighting subsided, resumed my practice, and simply treat the ill. Though I must always be ready, for at any time the Redanians might knock with some painfully urgent assignment.
You just need to knock them back in the nuts.
Shani, I need your help this time.
I'd guess this wasn't a social call. All right. Tell me what you need. Is it at all related to that mark on your face? Ah, and you must tell me what happened in the sewers.
Yeah, I killed the prince. Was taken a prisoner.
Where do I start? Alright. Monster in the sewers turned out to be a giant toad, and this toad was actually a prince, an Ophiri one at that.
And I'm a Kaviri Duchess.
It's the truth. Uncolored, I swear. When I killed the toad, some Ophiri soldiers led by a mage showed up, captured me. A man named Gontaro Dim freed me.
Who's this?
Merchant of Mirrors. Apparently.
Met him a while back in White Orchard. At the time, he claimed he dealt in mirrors.
Mirrors. Buy one from him that grants your wishes?
Something like that. He helped me out of a bind, and now he expects me to fulfill some nobleman's wishes in return. First one's to summon the ghost of his brother, then show him the time of his life.
Amuse a ghost? How do you intend to do that?
No idea.
Not my chief concern at the moment. Gotta find his grave and summon him first, then we'll see.
But that's necromancy. It's extraordinarily risky and involves higher magic.
Odim told me how to do it. No sorcerers or necromancy involved. Gave me this concoction that summons ghosts. I'll need a censer too.
No, that can be arranged. They keep one in a storehouse at the academy. I can fetch it for you.
Thanks.
Don't mention it. But I still don't like this.
I don't like this either. But that's the only way I can fix my face. Well, some of it anyway.
Neither do I, but I don't really have any options. Gotta summon that ghost.
I understand. Whose ghost is it?
Olgierd von Everek's brother.
Von Everek? In my third year at Oxenfurt, we had to choose an elective. My options were Pearls of Wisdom from the Hierarchs, or Famous Redanian Dynasties. I chose the latter. Here it is. Von Igrid, Von Estiken, Von Everek. It says Olgierd had a brother named Vladimir. He lies in the family crypt near their manor.
Thanks. Knew I could count on you. I'm off.
The crypt's described as quite a work of art. I'd love to see it. Why don't I bring the censer? We can meet at the entrance.
Yeah, alright then. I kinda didn't notice where exactly the crypt was supposed to be, but whatever. Eating some bread, going to the place. Dead man's party, while we're on.
Back under your rock.
I sure hope it's not in the sewers again.
Stay out of my way.
Halt! You there? Please wait. You're Geralt of Rivia, are you not?
Accurate. I think I know this.
Depends who's asking.
I've seen the clip.
Revenue and Customs for occupied Temeria, Dorian branch, represented by yours truly, Deputy Tax Enumerator Walter Mitte.
Honored, I guess. What seems to be the problem?
In brief, undeclared income.
Excuse me?
We've had reports, numerous, that over the last months you've come into a great deal of coin. Quickly. So quickly it's raised suspicions.
Understatement. Alright.
I get how that might have happened. Be glad to clear them up.
Profession?
Witcher. Monster Slayer.
Sole proprietorship, service sector. Type of services rendered, rat pest monster removal. Moving on. Have you at any time engaged in the wholesale trade of rawhide in the White Orchard area?
Wholesale trade of rawhide. Well, I think I killed a few wolves and then sold their pelts or something. Not sure if that counts.
Might have. Once or twice. Definitely no more than 3 times.
And did you then file a WIPT 30/C form with the Revenue and Customs Office for your place of residence? No? As I thought.
I don't have a place of residence.
Right.
I'm a vagrant.
Next. During the current fiscal year, have you engaged in the acquisition of bivalves with the express intention of selling the pearls therein?
Even if I have, what's wrong with that?
Article 86, Section 3 of the Tax Code. Whosoever purchases goods at an unseemly low price to take advantage of the seller's ignorance shall be subject to a fine equaling 200% of the earnings from any such a transaction. Sound familiar? And now, please answer. Have you or have you not dealt in said pearls?
No siree.
No, never done anything of the sort. Witcher's honor.
Now, for the final question. Have you ever unlawfully acquired another man's movable goods? Chattels?
Meaning?
Meaning, have you ever waltzed into someone's home and taken something without their permission?
Are you joking me? That has never happened. I only take things from broken houses and around people's houses.
Gotta be kidding. The Witcher's Code forbids it.
I'm pleased to hear you abide by your guild's bylaws. Now, if you could wait for one moment, compare column B to table 7. Apply the rate for confirmed childless bachelors, a tax credit of 7.3% for practitioners of hazardous professions. It adds up to the crown. I say, good sir, you are exceptionally upstanding.
It'd be rude to disagree.
In these times, such civic virtue is a rarity. It must be commended, rewarded. Here,
What's this?
a diploma. I bestow on you the title of taxpayer in good standing. I'd suggest you frame it, hang it in a place of honour. Congratulations.
I don't know what this scene is, but I've seen it before on YouTube as like a special scene for like special thing. I just don't remember what it's exactly for, but well, we have it. We have the diploma. How much is the diploma worth? Can we sell it? It's worth 1 gold. We can read it. Read the diploma. Taxpayer in good standing diploma. In recognition of his manifold virtues, the Revenue and Customs for occupied Temeria Dorian branch awards the taxpayer in good standing to Geralt of Rivia, Witcher of the Wolf Guild, Honestus ante pecunia. Let's try the house first. Maybe that's much easier somehow. Alright. I demand a house. By Maximilian Pegasus, or whatever his name was. Hey, I'm putting a Yu-Gi-Oh card.
This the Brasodi Brothers auction house?
Seems it.
Private Kleiner.
You're on duty. Need I remind you? Fraternising with civilians is not allowed. Purpose of your visit?
I'm on business. Redanian soldiers guarding an auction house.
Just curious. Redanian army regulars, right?
Lance Corporal Václav reporting. And this bloke's my subordinate, Private Kleiner.
Careful you don't piss yourself out of excitement.
You say something, soldier.
Not a thing.
Shouldn't you be somewhere? There's a war on, you know.
We was transferred here. All official. Written order 76CWX. Mission, guard the auction house. Priority, high. Top, in fact.
Borsodi fella knows his way about the court. Helps the high rankings sell their war booty. Gets protection in return.
Private Kleiner, that's confidential military information.
It's okay. I'm on good terms with the king. Kings. You know, it doesn't matter.
Any of the owners home?
Meaning the one and sole owner, the esteemed host Borsodi? Aye, he is.
Need to talk to him.
Order 76CWX is clear. Auctions only open to folk with invitations. Writ out in their names, plain and simple.
I'm sure we can work something out.
Gonna let that hold you back? Come on.
Afraid you're out of luck. Order 76CWX also held that Lance Corporal Václav stick a broomstick up his arse.
Kleiner, need I remind you of the penalty for insulting a superior?
Who have we here? Geralt, the Witcher of Rivia.
Vimy Vivaldi, the banker from... Actually, where are you from?
Matters little, mate. Gold knows no boundaries. What's all the fash, Corporal Václav? Are you squabbling with my pal Geralt?
Master Vivaldi, sir, your esteemed associate, he weren't invited to the auction, and I've...
But I plough and have been, and he's coming with me. In you go, Geralt.
Ah, I gotta love the dwarves.
But my orders...
Fuck your orders. Need I take this up with the sergeant? Ha! I thought not. Now, stand to attention and shut your giggy.
Thank you for your service.
Oh, the lads will be rolling back at the barracks.
Shut it! Now march! Round you go! 1, 2, 1, 2.
Vivaldi. Hello. Oh. Well, I didn't need them anyway. I'm still looking freaky.
Appreciate the help.
Just note, I've always had a mind to see into old pals and clients.
Business with you's a pure pleasure, Vimy.
The dear departed wifey claimed the same.
Oh.
Ah, folk are assembling. Auction's about to start. Time we went upstairs.
Wouldn't know anything about that, Vimy. Yeah, so... Didn't they have a in Novigrad? That's interesting, I guess.
Could have sworn the Borsodi's auction house was in Novigrad.
It was, but they moved it. You see, Radovid offered Horst a preferential tax rate. 0%.
Huh. Pretty much unbeatable.
Aye, and I've nae seen a purer example of the benevolent state.
You could give negative tax rate. It would be pretty stupid to do so, but hey.
What did folk come to bid on? Any idea?
All kinds of valuables, rare weaponry, exotica. But I've got my eye on a selection of canvases by the master portraitist of the Maribor School. Vandeneuve and Longendijk.
Well, well. Never knew you to be a connoisseur.
Of course I'm not. It's all muck and rubbish to me. Point of fact, I'll just wrap them in paper and lock them in the vault.
Why in the world do...
What do you mean, why, Geralt? I've got to diversify my investments, didn't I?
Ah, it's always business with you, isn't it?
Actually, I'm really just here to talk to Horst Borsodi.
Oh, might be more of a problem than you'd expect.
Because?
An awful hermit, that one. Not a wee bit like his da, my little keep his soul. But Horst is like to show his head during the auction. I'll introduce you then.
Be mighty indebted to you.
Think nothing of it. Only ever collect on loans and promissory notes. All right, up we go.
Wait, first.
Gold and mother of pearl with topaz insets, sold to Madame Villepin.
Dress of harky silk trimmed with amethyst beads at a starting price of 2,000 crowns.
Beautiful, but first blow would shatter them.
Accurate. Ah, you see, you've got Yennefer's horse in here somehow.
Codex Redaniensis, sole surviving copy.
Oof. Cheese! I've got more where that came from.
From the collection of the Mage Aramis.
Are you kidding me? From the same Mage Aramis? My god.
A giant's. Or maybe a Jotun's.
Egg, white gold, and mother of pearl.
Zeracanian spears. Excellent adornments for any parlor wall. Good to know. Goblet of fire. Wonder what it is.
You really don't want to know.
Step away. Authorized staff
Could
only.
get you attractive terms on a mortgage.
No such thing as attractive loan terms, Vimy.
What about in Kaveri Marks?
Come on. You know damn well that makes no sense.
Auction won't start for a time yet, it seems.
Vimy, this is a banquet.
Aye? And?
I detest banquets. Vacuous conversation, food portions fit for a mouse, drinks that taste like piss.
Ah, it won't all be bad. Let me introduce you to some of my most interesting associates.
Oh god.
Old hen there is Countess Mignol. Wager you'll have plenty to blather about with her. Prick in the corner's Hilbert. New coin, that one. Came into a right fortune playing Gwent. Ah, there's Yarmir, art dealer. A purer snob I've never known. But he knows paintings like no other. So, ready to chat someone up? It's not fitting for us to stand here like knobs.
Fine, Vivaldi. Right.
That's the center coin.
Who should we start with? Let's start with the ladies.